What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your flying locomotive and faster than a speeding bolt SuperCliff, coming at you live with a brand new video. And for today's majestic and fantastic video, we are back out with some more GreenLanternCorps shenanigans with Green Lantern issue number 11. Before we wield our power rings and attempt to save the universe, if you are new to the channel, then smash that like and subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on anything that happens on this majestic channel. So what are you waiting for? Let's raise the bar and go full on Super Saiyan. Hit that subscribe button. Thus, without further ado, let's get crazy and utilize our willpower with Green Lantern issue number 11. Alrighty folks. So our story begins on the planet of Zamaron. And here we have Lord Premier FERRIS conducting a visit with the planet's rulers. For you see, FERRIS wants the rulers to gift him and the United Planets their battery ring, the power of love. However, the rulers are like, nah dude, sorry, we'll have to pass. Now ideally, a political guest would depart peacefully, but not FERRIS, because this guy is basically under the idea that if you're not with me, you are my enemy.
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Exactly, Anakin. Exactly. And with that, his forces destroy the battery ring, all in flawless victory. Because remember, the United Planets are currently the ones in charge of all the corps across the DC universe. And FERRIS is pulling a coup. He wants to utilize all emotional spectrums as his weapon in order to rule the universe. Thus, we pick up an Oa within the Resistance base. And Hal is basically saying that we gotta do something. We have to prove that FERRIS is trying to take over. Therefore, we need to provide proof that he's using the lanterns to destroy batteries, which of course is a big no-no. And fortunately, the brave make a stand, because here we have the captured Green Lantern, who originally was doing FERRIS' bidding, where he is willing to testify in front of all members of the United Planets. If the Resistance can prove FERRIS is guilty, the United Planet board members will be able to sentence him for treason. And with that, the Green Lanterns are on the move. Meanwhile, on planet Earth, where all dreams are made true, we check in with Carol Ferris. Now remember folks, Carol, she's obviously still in love with HalJordan, but because Hal's life is super chaotic, given he's a Green Lantern, the situation doesn't really allow them peace and time for love. Thus, Carol is engaged to a random guy who, let's be honest, is the complete opposite of HalJordan. And we notice because while Carol is missing Hal, she gets a flashback where back in the day, Hal and Carol were always attracted to each other, despite other boys wanting to date Carol and, despite other boys being nice and living a less dangerous life. For some reason, Carol was always drawn to Hal. Hal was a daredevil. He was a badass. And whether Carol wants to admit it or not, she's drawn to badass guys. She's drawn to complicated people who live dangerous lives. Therefore, back in the present, Carol, despite her and her fiance having a planned wedding date, Carol is basically like, fuck it, let's do this. Let's get married right here, right now in Vegas. And the fiance, given he's a stiff and has no agency, is like, sure, we could do that. Yeah, personality, blah, blah, blah. Switching back to Oa, Hal and the rest of the Green Lanterns report to the United Planets Assembly. And thus it's here where the heroes declare FERRIS as a traitor. They intend to charge him with treason via an eyewitness who followed and saw the destruction of FERRIS' order. However, the tables quickly turn, people, because with the Resistance in the open in front of their enemy, FERRIS reveals his ace in the hole. For we see the United Planets transform into people of the same race as FERRIS. For FERRIS has replaced the council with members of his own race. Simply put, these guys are the DC version of Skrulls. And right now, our heroes are about to get screwed. But the comic doesn't end right there, folks, because we pick up with Carol and her fiance getting ready to marry in Vegas. And just when Carol is preparing to say the magical word, I do, okay, it's 2 words, who's counting though, we see a purple power ring begin to glow. The power of love, people, for the ring wants Carol to wield it. The ring wants Carol to become her alter ego once more. Star Sapphire. And that, folks, was the end of Green Lantern issue number 11. And thank you guys for checking out my video, as it truly means the world to me. So yeah, this issue was bonkers. Let's start with the craziness. DC having their own race of Skrulls, that's pretty dope. Ignoring Secret Invasion because that's a terrible show. But as a concept, the Skrulls are really neat. shapeshifters implementing themselves in roles of government is pretty dope and terrifying. And I really hope that JeremyAdams continues to, Captain America Winter Soldier to this plot to its max. Like, oh my gods, I can see it right now. Green Lantern getting the Captain America Winter Soldier treatment. Talk about a badass conspiracy. And again, I really like how Adams is continuing with the character of FERRIS, who was introduced in Philip Kennedy Johnson's tenure on Action Comics. This guy sucks. He's a real nuisance, and I'm curious to see what his overall goal is, and how is someone like Teen Lantern needed for his plans. Also, shout out to Carol Ferris. For me, Carol is the literal stand-in for the Lois Lane for HalJordan. I've never found her to be, compelling in any way, given she's not Lois Lane. She lacks character, and, it's just kind of like a random chick for Hal to, fawn over. But I'm liking the character we're actually getting with JeremyAdams' writing. And it sort of clicked with me when I realized what Adams is maybe trying to do. And, Carol isn't trying to be the damsel in distress. In truth, she is exactly like Hal. She wants to live life on the edge. And I think her accepting that about herself, her accepting that she's not Green Lantern's Lois Lane, she's not a damsel in distress, I think that's a really cool idea. And I think that's a really cool approach to sort of differentiate herself between other lovers amongst the DC universe. And yeah, I'm impressed with, where this can go. Overall, if you're a HalJordan fan, you're going to like this issue. JeremyAdams understands the mission. He's combining the Silver Age aesthetic of the Green Lantern stories and a 2024 modern lens. It's basically Top Gun, but with Green Lantern, and now Skrulls, and I'm all for it. So yeah, as always, I'm your majestic sayer over at SuperCliff, and if you guys are new to the channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button, and also the notification bell so that you'll never miss out on an upload, and so that you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. Now tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on this issue? Are you guys excited for issue number 12? Let me know down in the comment section below. And until the next video, peace. Giggity goo.